Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in early yet again. This time it's the final race of the inaugural DriveThrough Sim Series season. We are here at Homestead Miami Speedway for the Ford Performance 300, and you viewers are in for one hell of a show. Joining me in the booth yet again, one of my favorites, SNB TV. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you? Glad to be here.
You're here for some of the fun mathematics and excitement of Darlington, but what do you expect to see here at Homestead?
I expect to see some good racing, solid racing, possibly conservative strategies by those in the top four, them racing each other rather than racing the race, but it's Sim Series, so there will be chaos.
Oh, you know there will be chaos. So pre-qualifying underway already. 15 drivers fighting for 7 transfer positions. DS Gaming already on top, although he's just been knocked off by Gatlin Downey in the 59. And these drivers having to pre-qualify their way in will be learning the track now.
I'm having a Jake issue.
Oh, are you? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm at like exactly like 4 pixels in the whole thing right now.
Why does it do that? It was entirely fine until the race started. Oh, maybe it's a streaming thing.
Yeah, it could be.
Ooh. Okay, I'll work on it. Until then, Gatlin Downey on top. Trooper 501 behind, although DS Gaming just jumped back into second place with a 30.458.
That is such a interesting paid scheme.
Yeah, I mean, why have one throwback when you can have 2 throwbacks?
Or you can have all the throwbacks.
I wonder if Gatlin Downey's using a little bit of draft here at Homestead. Behind the 08 of Emmett Lashbrook, putting himself on top.
Wish I could see more of a Larson line. Praise be his name. Side-by-side action heading into turn 1. The high-banked Homestead. I know there are some fans of the flat Homestead, but personally I like the high banks.
It's good.
Makes for some more diverse racing, I think.
Diverse, I guess so. Although in real life they're often running the outside wall. Here in the Sim Series, it looks like sort of mid to bottom will be the fastest way around here. Obviously, these drivers are still experimenting.
Absolutely, but the bottom line is the preferred line in most tracks. But a lot of them actually hitting low as they come in the apex around the top of the middle of the groove, and rolling out from there. I don't think anybody's going to be hugging that line for sure, unless they have to, I think. It's a little slippery down there.
I'm going to try and swap this.
Oh, now I can see.
Yeah, but it'll turn bad in a second.
I've been gifted eyes.
Yeah.
I can read the scoreboard. That's all I got. There it goes. Wait. Nope.
It did the same thing with Jacob. I don't know what. It's just like, oh, no, turn it down. Turn it down. My screen sharing is being cucumbered. I'm going to try doing the whole screen. How about that?
All right.
Because it didn't used to do that. Oh, it's going to look weird for you.
Oh, well.
I want it there just so I can keep an eye on the quality. 3.5 minutes left. Emmett Lashbrook, who we saw getting passed by Gatlin Downey, has now beaten Gatlin Downey's lap time. 30.339, putting the 08 on the top of the standings.
This is actually worse.
It's worse?
Yeah. It's stuttering and you sound like a robot.
Ooh, your audio sounds bad too. This is annoying. See if it can do this now. And this is fine. Why does it turn itself down?
Oh god, that's not terrible.
Gatlin Downey just went even faster, 30.321. 2.5 minutes left in the session. The 59, the 08, and the 16 have all been leapfrogging each other at the top of the standings. Trooper 5-1 sitting in 4th with 30.421. Then it's to AFK Master, Janza, and JR Preston plays YT. Right now, Carter Friesen and VGO3 on the outside looking in. Is this going to hurt your eyes? Oh. I'm going to fix this. You know, I'm more worried about your eyesight than anything else.
I mean, I've dealt with it in Martinsville. It sounds like popcorn.
Wow, why does it sound this bad? It's almost comical how bad this sounds.
Let's know.
Let's try this again. End it on your end too. I don't think it's an internet problem. Maybe it's bandwidth, but doesn't really matter. Skull right now is sitting in 15th place. It's the slowest out of all of these guys, and they're going to go 3 wide here. No, almost. I thought Emma Lashbrook was going to look to the bottom of the 59. Oh, they've both worked their way past that N2003 guy here.
Okay, from here.
That sounds better.
Okay. Baby steps.
Now let's try and get the screen going.
Okay, at least it doesn't sound like popcorn anymore.
It's true.
We're getting suggestions that should move to Twitch because apparently
YouTube's fine.
butts.
I dropped some frames, but it's okay now. I mean, YouTube is butts for other reasons. We know that. So we see Janza 5th fastest, working his way past Skull and Bones 15th fastest, which is the slowest car on track.
Yeah, he's not had a great run since the major head injuries earlier on the season.
You know, I feel like it has been affecting him. He had such a great first half of the season, and since that horrible crash, the 39 he's just been underperforming race after race.
He is a stubborn type of guy, so I feel like he might not be giving himself enough time to rest and is just forcing himself to show up to every Sim Series race. It's probably not good for him.
So as time expires, the 7 transfer positions are set. And VGO3 ended up working his way in and kicking out JR Preston Plays YT. So he went from 9th to 7th, and that knocks down the number 14 car. So moving...
Tough break for JR Preston Plays.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the last chance these guys have this year to race, and I mean, their season is already over. So moving on into the main qualifying event, we'll have all 42 cars on track, fighting for space, qualifying, and with them, the 59 of Gatlin Downey, Emmett Lashbrook in the 08, DS Gaming in the 16, the 51 of Trooper 501, the 47 of Janza, to AFK Master in the 23, and VGO3 in the number 82. So let's go back and stick them in our main roster. Hello, NR. There we go. I have so many cars. There are 1,000 cars for this mod that I have. And in the Sim Series alone, I have 250 different paint schemes.
Yikes. That's a lot of paint schemes.
It's slowing things down a little bit whenever I try to hit opponent manager. Remember, all these cars will be available after this race. I said I would do it earlier on in the season, but I just wanted to have everything all set. And all of these paint schemes will be made available for you to crash on your own.
Can't wait to see the crash comps.
So DS Gaming gets in Trooper 501 in the double throwback. Janza in the 47. And then to AFK Master, he's pre-qualified his way into a number of events recently. And then VGO3, who I think is the only driver with a single paint scheme. Doesn't even have a pink version because he missed that race.
Womp.
Okay, here we go. Main event starting. All 42 cars on track.
And the whir of the helicopter greets us.
So, fun thing about this track, qualifying will happen mid-afternoon, and the race will start sort of early evening, and as the race goes on, the sun will set over the speedway, and we'll see maybe some track changes, you know?
Oh yeah, the temperature will go down. There'll be a little bit more grip.
Some different
Cars
lines, perhaps. We'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And out first is that mint green 48 Spitfire.
So if the shadows look weird, it's because they're ready for night. That's all I'm gonna say.
I was wondering that as we were going around. I was like, what? He is bioluminescent heading down the backstretch.
One of several cars running the demonetized sticker on the rear panel for this race, in support of DriveThrough's unfortunate demonetization. Wrongful demonetization, I would like to add.
Quite wrongful. Rumor is he's going to be focusing primarily on Twitch and Patreon in the future.
And he's actually running a special paint scheme this weekend, if we can find him. There he is. Nice and bright and demonetized.
Really feel for him. There goes Savage Toy Show, Ben Pine, the 20, the 57.
So yeah,
Michael Deitch.
It's going to be important to watch our 4 championship cars. The 2, the 24, the 60, and the 61. Because it's a long race, but qualifying's still important. You do not want to be stuck at the back of a Sim Series race, because it's been the most dangerous place historically, that's for sure.
Unless you are notorious at dodging wrecks, you're going to want to be up front.
And dodging wrecks in the Sim Series is pretty tough.
And for those of you watching, if anybody wants to put far too much thought into things, I'm drinking a cherry vanilla Pepsi in the booth.
One Carnation, he's going to be behind Luke Rainey here.
One of these two will work together in the draft here. Try to get their times up towards the front.
Adam Whitefish says the next race will be the demonetized 500, sponsored by YouTube. Oh, I didn't post the actual stream. Oops. That is a good point. No, I didn't, even though it shows Rocket League thumbnail.
Rumor has it, actually, with Carnations, that the 24 is missing from their headquarters, from all the front-facing and things. So there's rumors that there might be a number change next season.
A number change from a possible champion?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Interesting.
Coming into this race,
go ahead.
Let's find him on track. Pure is the fan favorite. Took a poll of some of the championship predictions, and most votes went for the 61 team of Pure, almost twice as many as we had voted for the 24 and the 60. And Luke Rainey only with a pair of votes.
I am an underdog fan, so I decided to poll for Luke Rainey, simply because you love a good Cinderella story.
Well, let's look at the qualifying order so far. Savage Toy Show in the 60 is second. What Incarnation 4th. Pure is in 5th. And where's the 2? Down in 11th right now.
Ooh, that can be a dangerous spot to be.
Well, we're still a bit less than 6 minutes now. Luke Rainey's going to come into the pits. I'm not really happy with the setup of that car right now. What is this camera?
Clearly not happy. Wants to get a little bit more speed. Probably wants to at least break the top 10.
Yeah, I would definitely think so.
Got a lot of teams, a lot of cars teaming up, running lines together, trying to get that extra bit of speed. Looks like Savage might be coming into the pits, and he is.
Yeah,
I think that's Savage. I'm going completely off car color at this point.
we're almost halfway into this qualifying session, so if you
around the outside goes F1 fan, the heartbreak of the season so far. Was up at the top of the points all season, and then wound up not making the Final Four.
Yeah, in the very last regular season race, Pure knocked him off the top step, and since then.
And right in front of him is Spitfire, who was eliminated last race.
That's Asteroid Strike 9.
Oh, sorry.
In the 98. Who was limited last race. That's true. Spitfire's in the 48. If you can even read the
certainly
numbers.
most interesting name behind them in Thick Daddy. Not to be confused with Thick Boy, obviously.
Of course not. So I think Carnation has stayed on track. We saw the 2 and the 60 come in.
He's got that car pretty dialed in. He might be happy with where he's at. Doesn't want to
and he's working really well with Hello I'm You. These two have been going around the track together. Right now, Hello I'm You first and Carnation in second. Right behind them, Cody H Gaming in the 28 sits in third, and then it's McSpook Boy and Savage and Pure behind him.
You're going to dive in?
Yep, he'll have a chance to get out, set some more laps before the end of the session.
Speaking of Season 2 rumors, Hello I'm You rumored to be going to No Quarter Motorsport.
Luke Rainey is now down at 26th. Let's find him on track.
57. One of him is the big one.
Oh, they're still in the pits. So they're making a lot of changes to that car there. But he's going to have to...
If I was Carnation, I'd be pretty happy with where I'm at right now in the qualifying order. Don't want to make too many changes at the risk of having a terrible car at the start of the race. As he moves to the top side to go around Anderson Reed in that 12th.
So just over 3 minutes left in the qualifying session. Hello I'm You still on top. But the story is Luke Rainey down in the 27th, and he keeps dropping back. They're working on that car in the pits, and they better bring him back out on track soon. He's only going to have a few more shots at moving himself up the standings. Otherwise, he'll be at a huge disadvantage.
Being that far back, it could be a little bit of strategy, too. We saw it at Martinsville. A lot of the middle of the field kept wrecking. People in the back worked their way towards the front.
I think he's back on track now. Let's take a look. Yep, just pulling out of the pits now.
He's gonna. Ooh, he's got a huge draft pack in front of him. If he can get some help here from whoever's coming up behind him, get a little bit of a push, he might actually be able to start putting out some better lap times than he could by himself.
Well, let's see if KHP's going to help him or leave him to dry. And it looks like he'll leave him to dry. He wants to have a look on the inside. Maybe he can't do it now.
Yeah, Luke Rainey does not look much faster. Immediately coming out of the pits here. Let's see how he looks coming down the back here.
Spent 3 minutes in the pits making adjustments. His best lap, a 30.5. Meanwhile, the rest of the chase-off contenders have all been faster than 30.4.
HPO1 looking at the bottom, looking for a run out of turn 4. Still can't do it, though.
And if they run side by side, this is really going to affect Luke Rainey's lap time. He needs to get it in now. Thank you, the outside lane, for subscribing. So KHP's going to stay behind Luke Rainey here, and this is going to help him out. We'll see what his lap time is.
Looks like the car's starting to come together. You know, tires warmed up. Car's starting to dial in a little bit more. Let's see how his lap times look.
Well, they spent a lot of time making adjustments. Let's hope it works out. 30.6, not fast enough.
Oof.
And
how much time is left in the session? Or are we at?
Got 1 minute and 12 seconds. Luke Rainey
looks like
is 30th right now.
Ouch. Not good for that Miller Lite 2 car. Looks like he is starting to get faster, though.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any draft. There's nobody close in front. He's going to cross the line. 30.4. That'll move him up to 11th.
Back to where he was at the start. That's good. That's better than where he was for sure.
Still the slowest of our championship 4.
They have been slowly reeling in this pack in front of them. They can pick up some draft.
Carnation's on the pole.
Oh.
30.272. What in Carnation? looking to start this championship finale in the lead. He's been working in this little pack of cars, but what a lap. 30.272. Clint Boyer fan 14 knows what he's doing. Thanks for subscribing. 10 seconds left in the session. These drivers will get a chance to finish their final laps. Let's keep an eye again on Luke Rainey, wherever he might be. Oh, he's coming in. So I think he got everything he could out of that car, and 11th place is, I think, where he's going to start. So Carnation starting on pole. He'll have a pretty big advantage. The next of the Championship 4, the 60 of Savage Toy Show starting in 5th, and the 61 of Pure starting in 7th. Thank you, Gabester, for the Twitch follow. Well.
Well is right.
Luke Rainey in 11th. Well, it's a long race. You know, I think he'll have an opportunity to make his way up. So we'll let this session finish off. Fake a qualifying session.
Okay, buddy, fired up here. Remember to the time, turning your stuff.
And I'll get a quick little 5-minute-ish break when we set the grid.
And while that happens, I'm going to run down to the concession stand and get me a couple chili dogs. I will be right back.
What was it last time? It was hot dogs last time. This time it's chili dogs. I swear he's always got something. So how you doing, chat? Chat, who's your pick to win the championship? I know I did the prediction thing in Discord, but what do you guys think? Also, there's Homestead. So let me actually find the grid here. What? Chili dogs are different from hot dogs? What are you saying? There we go. There's my qualifying results. So Carnation pole, Hello Muse second, wherever he might be. I think this is Cody's best qualifying performance ever. 3rd place, pretty darn good. From the likely most popular driver. Awards and all that stuff will come after, so stay tuned on the Discord for all that fun stuff. There's going to be some award voting and then maybe an award ceremony. Let's see how fancy we can get here. Spook Boy going to start 4th. Savage Toy Show going to start 5th. And then Michael Deitch is in 6th between Savage and Pure. Let me find him on my tiny little list here. There he is. Do you know the 3rd place? 3rd place. There it is. I don't know, man. Carnation might rival Cody for the most popular driver. It's going to be an interesting vote. Mitchell Collins, 8th. The Big 153 is 9th. And then it's Chase the Coyote and Luke Rainey. And then F1 Fan 2751. You know, I'm also interested to see... I'm going to take a look at what the points would have been like if there was no chase-offs. Who do you guys think would win the championship if there weren't any chase-offs? If it was just simple points all season long? Who would win the championship? Anthony Plays starts in 15th, and then it's Emmett Lashbrook, Hunter B, Asteroid Strike 9, and then Mike PMC. KHP, and then Kumon Cup Series.
You would not believe the line at the concession stand.
Hey, it's a popular place. We got a lot of people down here at Homestead today.
Final race of the season, so I mean it's a packed house. Whew. I wonder what some chili dogs, man.
Someone in chat said chili dogs and hot dogs were the same thing, and I was wildly disappointed.
I mean, they're kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
One has chili on it.
Yeah.
Same base substance, but with an addition.
Pure Red and Blues with the Twitch follow. Thanks, friend. Catlin Downey, 25th. Weak Boy, 26th. And then it's Adria Fitzy in a dismal qualifying performance. Back to normal. DriveThrough, 28th.
Almost won last week. Well, had a shot to win last week.
And then it's NASCAR Lover 201. Priya McShane. Jake 24. Midlife. Ben Pie. Racer Fan 99. You know, for next season, I might make a server so that commentators can join in. But then you'd need all the cars.
Yeah, but that's a simple download. Like, it takes a whole lot of time.
I mean,
and then I can follow my own camera angles.
I'd have to make the thing.
Oh.
DS Gaming, Xander M, Trooper 501, and Janza. All right, the grid is set. 134 laps at Homestead Miami Speedway from mid-afternoon until the night. Where's Carnation start? Carnation's starting on pole, man. You missed this. With that 30.272. So as the field will line up on the front straight away.
Okay, buddy, fired up
We're
here.
gonna
Remember, turning your stuff on.
jump on over to the command.
Just remember, one switch at a time, turn your stuff on.
Okay. It's
Time for the most famous words in motorsports.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
All right, boys. Pace
Oh.
and rhythm all day today. Drivers department, crew chief, pit crew. Pace and rhythm all day. That's all we need.
Thanks, GoDaddy, for following. You interrupted the the spotter there, but that's fine. Craven got him. So, the championship for the 4 cars with the blue banners, the blue roof numbers, the blue spoilers, the blue splitters. Watch out for them. What Incarnation starts in 1st. Savage Toy Show starting in 5th. Pure starting in 7th. And then only 2 rows behind them, Luke Rainey in 11th. All of them on the bottom row.
That's gonna be good for them, I think. Also, I just wanted to point out that they parked them on the inside of the front straight, and then immediately they all turned to the outside as soon as they got fired up. So why wouldn't you just park in the outside lane?
Jimmy04 with the subscribe. Thanks, friend. So the Chevrolet Camaro pace car pulls in, and for the final race of the inaugural DriveThrough Sim Series, One Incarnation starts on pole, but he's got a long battle ahead of him. Whoever finishes first of these 4 championship drivers will go home with the trophy, the first ever DriveThrough Sim Series. So the field paces out of turn 4. Green flag in the air. We are racing at Homestead. Hello, I'm you.
The outside line gets a great jump.
Yeah, Cody's a little bit off of One Incarnation. Here comes Luke Rainey to the bottom. He's going to be going 3 wide. That 2 is hungry. And now all of the championship 4 within the top 10.
Not to be denied early on. Luke Rainey making early moves, trying to get himself up to the front.
And he's right behind Pure, who's now looking to the inside of Savage Toy Show. They're going to be going 3 wide here.
Again. This is dangerous.
And Luke Rainey's on the bottom as well, trying to pick up that position.
Back too.
And make it through the first lap. Okay, Luke Rainey already up into 3rd of the championship drivers, but here comes Pure putting Cody in the middle and Hello I'm You way up top.
And we're about to have all 4 Sim Series drivers, or Sim Series chase-off drivers up front.
They're 1, 2, 3, and 5 right now, but Savage Toy Show making the move on Cody H Gaming. And after only 2 laps, the Championship 4 are running 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh, somebody caught the wall in the back there.
Michael Deitch gets into the wall a little bit. They're going 4 wide, but making it through the first couple of laps okay. It's real busy back in the pack.
And we got 3 wide, 4 wide, 2 wide. It is nuts back here.
Wow.
Everybody fighting for room.
And they are still going.
Themselves out here.
So Carnation leads from Pure, but he's got a rear mirror full of Luke Rainey right now.
Luke Rainey looking to make a move coming out of 4, trying to make him slip just a little bit. Probably doesn't want to push the envelope too early, too soon. Risk taking both those drivers out of the chase-offs here.
I was so worried about his position in qualifying, but the 2 has just gone super aggressive at the start of the race.
Ye of little faith.
Thanks for following. Who cares if I did that?
Ye of little faith. He's a chase-off driver for a reason.
Absolutely. And he knows how to time his aggression too. We saw it at Daytona. Sat behind the leader for I think most of the last 5 laps, and in the final turn made the move to win the race, and that's what got him all the way to here in Homestead.
He had a unremarkable season for the most part since then. Involved in quite a few accidents, but good to see him really showing what he can do here.
And look at the Championship 4 pulling away from everybody else. Anthony Plays right now sitting in 5th with VGO3 behind him, but wow. Oval Frankie, thanks for the follow.
So like Savage Toy Show having a difficult time keeping up.
Yeah, I think
He doesn't quite have the speed.
I think he's just out of the draft of the 2 right now.
Yeah, he's kind of stuck in no man's land as it is. And he could also be saving up a little bit. You know, you never know how long these runs are going to go here.
That's true.
You know, sometimes we have 50, 60 lap runs and then 17 cautions, but you never know with the Sim Series. And as the night goes on, his car actually might be tuned for later on in the race.
I'm amazed that the Championship 4 are running 1, 2, 3, and 4 like this.
Only in the DriveThrough Sim Series.
This is not staged. Like, I'm very impressed, to say the least. Especially with Luke Rainey starting 11th and just throwing it up the bottom.
Not to be denied. Refuse to lose.
And
wait, no, that's the Jeff Gordon documentary.
Carnation's lead is sort of being cut down a little bit by the 61 and the 2 here.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's just kind of content. Nobody's really getting too aggressive. Although Pure is starting to reel in Carnation a little bit more. Actually, my dash just be getting on it a little bit more because Luke Rainey is refusing to give up any space between him and Pure. It might be making him a little anxious.
Oh my god, all the Twitch follows. Janza, thank you. Michael Waldtrip, thank you. I guess. You spelled Michael wrong. What? Good try, friend. So the top 4 out front, still single file. Anthony Plays has made his way up into the top 5, but a little bit of pressure now from outside pole sitter Hello My Mew.
Hello, Mew. Typical of the outside line we've seen so far this season. Just gets shuffled back a little bit.
But now he's working his way back up.
Had an amazing start with that 85. Almost actually outdrove Carnation into turn 1, but just couldn't quite get it.
It's a great run out of 4. Yeah, he's got a big run in the 32 here. Let's see if he has a dive to the bottom in turn 1. Not close enough. Or not aggressive enough this early on in the race. Behind him, it's the 9 of Fireball 398. Then Adria Fitzy has worked her way up into 8th.
Wow.
You
wow,
know,
what a drive for that 04.
Just railing on her qualifying performance. Started in 27th. And that's, wow, a lot of positions gained early on here.
Behind him, the 2 boys fighting each other, Weak Boy and McSpook Boy.
And then it's NASCAR Lover 201 and VGO3. Oh, there's a wreck in the back.
Oh, look out.
The 12 is around. Anderson Reed, the 98 of Asteroid Strike 9. Although he's still rolling. KHP getting into the 12 here. That's going to be a caution on lap 11 of 134.
Pre McShane involved as well.
Anderson Reed, last week's race winner. Involved in an early wreck of some sort.
Looks like Hunter B involved.
Let's go back and see what happened. He's running 3 wide with Chase the Coyote and Asteroid Strike. Oh!
Oh,
And Chase sort of ping-pongs between the two. Gets into the 12, and then the 98 goes around as well. KHP gets into him a little bit.
What the save?
Yeah, I'm amazed he got it rolling again. Thanks, another Jimmy account, for following me on Twitch. I mean, I think Chase was just... It looks like he gets loose out of the corner right there.
Yep.
He gets into the 12, into the 98.
Bing, bing, and wow. Now watch this. Watch the save by the 98 here. He dives down, off of the wall,
Hits Michael Deitch,
spins it, and it's just like, oh, no, it's cool. I got it.
Yeah, gets out of the brakes, keeps it out of the pace car too.
And Pre McShane and
I think
Hunter B hooked together.
No, they did okay actually.
Oh, yeah.
Very light contact. Yeah. For the Sim Series, that's a pretty tame accident. I'm actually very impressed. Oh, there's still some weirdness. Anderson Reed, while pulling around some contact with Rusty Fighter, but doesn't look like it's too bad. He's trying to grab some spots here because he wrecked before, like the caution came out before he crossed the finish line, so he's free to grab any positions he can. And the leaders are going to pit. Everybody is going to pit.
Yeah, everybody's coming.
Why is that counted?
Time to start tweaking. The sun has already probably started to go down. Time to start making the tweaks and get that thing dialed in. You want to dial it in for the late runs for the evening, but you don't want to make too many adjustments too soon because then you're going to lose a lot of pace. So that's where this pit stop can be very crucial for the next however many laps we go without a caution.
So what's the call here? I'm thinking 4 tires.
Got to go 4 tires. I don't think you make any kind of crazy 2-tire stops just yet. Splash and goes, none of that. It's too early on for that. So I think you're going to go for probably some tire pressure changes. Carnation probably won't make too many changes to his car.
Carnation took 2, didn't he? Carnation took 2.
I don't know. Oh, interesting call by the 24 car there.
I think he did. Let's hold on. Let's go back here. Yeah, Carnation from the lead only took 2 tires, as did the 85 of Hello I'm You, but Pure and everyone behind him took 4.
That might cost him here.
Yeah, because I mean he didn't gain anything. He was already in the lead. I think the 24 team was expecting everyone else to take 2.
I wonder if it's a strategy play too. I mean, you know how much this chaos gets, so he might be expecting a short run here. This might be why he only took 2.
So 57, the 98 getting some damage repair, as is the 12 of Anderson Reed. Hunter B stayed out.
Wow, from the back of the pack. Okay.
Aggressive.
Okay, Hunter might be trying
very aggressive.
He might be on a totally different pit strategy here.
Taking no tires at wow. I want to see what position he was in.
He was with Priya at the very back of that wreck.
Yeah, he was. You're right. He was in 41st position. I mean, if you're way back there, you might as well go for it. 7-8 team for a huge gamble.
Again, with the chaos of the Sim Series, you don't know how long or how short these runs are going to be. He might be expecting a short run.
Wow.
Interesting call, however. I mean, how many laps are we in? I don't know. It's pixelated for me.
We're on lap 14 of 134. So I think they had 11 laps on those tires.
Okay, so it's not terrible, but he is going to fall off a lot quicker than these guys behind him.
Yeah, and especially early on, these guys are going to be quick, and they're going to be hungry.
I'm kind of hungry, too. But I mean...
So, Savage Toy Show with a not very good pit stop drops him down into 9th. Carnation took only 2 tires. He's going to restart in 2nd behind Hunter, who didn't pit. And the whole field's going to be single file here. Hello I'm You also only took 2 tires, and he's going to jump ahead of the 61 and the 2.
And nobody is a lap down yet either.
So 60 crew having some trouble in the pits.
Yeah, dropped off quite a bit there. However, we saw how aggressive these guys. Where did Luke Rainey fall to?
Luke Rainey stalled. He's right behind Pure, so.
All right, so.
He only lost out to the 85 who took 2 tires and the 78 who just didn't pit. And if we get a really long run, the 78 is going to be out of cycle with everyone else. He's not going to have the gas to go as far.
Yeah. He might be working a totally different strategy for this race here. Trying to get 1 win in before the series ends. Curse be those who are racing for a championship if somebody wants a win.
Hungry Bee in the lead.
Yeah.
So let's see how much these 4 tires are going to help everyone else over Carnation's 2 tires. And hello, I'm you, of course, as well. So out of turn 4 for lap 16 of 134, green flag out yet again. And Hunter gets a pretty good start, but here comes Carnation already looking at the bottom, coming into turn 1. We knew that 78's lead was not going to last, but
way off the pace.
Not even to turn 1.
Wow. Well, you gamble and you get what you get, and he did not get anything.
Savage Toy Show's already gotten past the 59. And let's see, the Pure's going to... Oh, he's almost moving the 85 up the track. And with those 4 fresh tires, it's going to be Pure against what Carnation for the lead.
Interesting to see how tires work here at Homestead. 4 versus 2. A lot of grip right off the front, but see how it goes if they wind up later on. Carnation might know he has only two tires. He might actually just let him take it.
Carnation letting someone take it? I don't think so. These guys are fighting for a championship here.
Yeah, there's still a lot of laps to go.
I think Carnation's going to do all he can to keep the 61 behind him and to help burn off some of the fresh rubber.
Not too far behind them, Luke Rainey and Savage Toy Show underneath Hunter B.
Hunter's going backwards, but you know what? He was sitting in 41st, so this might still be a net gain. He's got a lot of cars between him and where he would be had he pitted.
Hello, I'm used. Starting to fall off pretty quick as well. Might not have made the changes they need to do with just 2 tires.
But Carnation is still out front. Despite only changing the right side tires, Pure's, well, he might be taking it easy. It's still early on here.
He might be lurking.
Savage Toy Show is going to pick another spot off the 85 and put himself back into the top 5.
As he was pounding around with the 32 in front of him. Although, hello, I'm not quite giving up that spot so easy.
The very similarly colored Anthony Plays and Savage Toy Show sitting at 4th and 5th right now. And the 32 is closed onto the back of Luke Rainey. Seen some pretty quick laps out of Anthony here. As the top, almost the top 10, all single file.
Interesting they've gone single file here. Not a lot of side-by-side racing.
Here comes Anthony to the bottom.
Ooh.
In turn 3 and 4.
Forces that arrow loose on that 2 car. Gets him up the track a little bit, sticks some nose underneath. So they head down into turn 1.
I don't think Luke Rainey's going to be too happy about that. You know, these guys are trying to fight for a championship, but hey, Anthony doesn't have a win yet. And that 32 is fast tonight.
I mean, the champion doesn't always have to win the race.
All they got to do is go faster than everyone else.
Ooh, but Luke Rainey's got that good run on the outside there. Not going to give up the spot without a fight.
Absolutely not, but coming into turn 4, looks like 32. Oh, not quite clear yet. TNT asks, who out of the chase-off drivers has the most wins? All 4 of them only have 1 win. We had 3 drivers who had 2 wins, and all of them were kicked out after the round of 12. Another Mikey account has followed me on Twitch. Thanks.
And with that battle with Anthony Place, Savage Toy Show out of the bottom of Luke Rainey for that 4th spot.
Yeah, I think Rainey he probably should have given it up more easily. He was running so many laps on the top side and allowed the 60 to catch up, and now they're going to be side-by-side battling for what's essentially 3rd in the championship right now.
And they are dead even through 1 and 2. Savage Toy Show gets a little bit more of a run off that bottom side, but Luke Rainey not giving it up on the top side.
You know, we saw in the restarts, the bottom side, with fresh tires, you can throw it in and make some spots pretty easily, but later on, the top side has some defense to it, as Anthony Plays has made it past Pure for 2nd. That 32 is moving.
Making a run to the front. He doesn't care about the championship, he cares about that win.
And Carnation, with only 2 tires, has managed to stay in front. Even Hello I'm You couldn't do that.
Again, this might be a strategy call by Pure. Hang back, just let him go. I mean, the field has straightened out quite a bit, so we might be in for a longer run here.
It's true. I mean, Pure couldn't really close up to the 24, so might as well let the 32 try it. If Carnation spends a whole bunch of time on the top side, Pure will be happy to just sort of jump in and nab that second place. Because he's not racing against the 32 here. He's racing against the 24. And Anthony is closed right behind Carnation. Let's go on board with it. Oh, caution's out.
Caution is
The 01 of Xander M. Huge damage to the rear end of that car, I think. It doesn't look like there's anyone else involved, so that's going to bring out the caution again. And now what's the strategy going to be?
I believe.
Oh, he got turned by Priya McShane. Coming out of turn 4.
Now, we saw some aggression from Priya last week at the end of the race, was refusing to give up spots.
Oh, I don't think...
It was already a lap down.
I don't think that was Priya's fault, actually. The 01 got loose. Much like the incident we saw earlier. I think he's trying to keep it off of the 13 here. He gets loose and comes down on the 42's front bumper. And that's what puts him into the inside wall and damages the rear end of that 01 car. That brings out the caution. Xander, I'm quick to... Yeah, that's not very nice. I'm going to remove that. And Carnation's going to hold on to the lead. Just barely. I think one more lap and Anthony would have got him. And they're going to have to get themselves sorted out. Hello. Carnation was in the lead. There we go. So, what's the call? They pitted on lap 12 or 13, I believe. I think Hunter's going to have to come in now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't think he's going to be able to stay out.
Hunter B, who was 41st, stayed out, started the restart in the lead. Now he's down to 20th.
That's a net gain of 20-some spots. So
it's true. Maybe he'll just stay out.
Still a good strategy call, I would think. I don't know if he's going to be able to make another run, at least not for long, before he falls back to where he was.
So the leaders are going to stay out, and Hunter's going to stay out as well.
That is a gutsy call by the 78 team, and I love it.
So Gatlin Downey and Xander M, the only cars to pit. Interesting. Well, let's scooch on forward a little bit. And no retirements yet, believe it or not. It is a Sim Series race without retirements so far on lap 29.
I'm being called in the producer's booth. I will be right back.
What is the fuel window today? Let's find out what the fuel window is today. I forgot to check. 66 laps is your fuel window. So, I mean, obviously they'd probably play it safe, pit around lap 60, 62-ish. So these guys pitted on lap 12, which means they will make it to about 76, 77 laps. So let's see if they can even put together a long enough run here. We've seen 2 cautions within, what, 15 laps of each other? So Carnation in the lead, but he still has left side tires a little bit older than everybody else, apart from, of course, the 85 and the 78. Chevrolet Camaro pace car pulls into the pits, and for lap number 30 of 134, green flag flies again here at Homestead. And Carnation gets a pretty good start this time, and Pure is immediately going to look to the inside of the 32 for second place. Anthony had such a good run in the last stint, but immediately put under pressure. Pure's going to go to the inside, and it looks like the 60 and 2 going to try and follow. And on the top side, I don't know if there's much Anthony can do. We know that car's fast, but he needs to get on the bottom. And now here comes Pure for the lead of the race to the inside of one Carnation. 61 has turned it up on this first green flag lap. And he's going to have the bumper to the inside of the 24 coming into turn 1. Carnation trying to defend on the high side with slightly older left side tires. Let's see what he can do. Coming into turn 2, down in the back straightaway, side by side. The 60 and the 61 on the bottom. Carnation with the 32 behind him on the top. Through 3 and 4, 2 by 2. And Pure is nosing ahead. Savage Toy Show is going to try and take advantage, following him on the bottom as well. But Carnation's really doing a good job of defending on the top side. But I think it's a matter of time here. Especially now that Luke Rainey's on the bottom. We got 3 cars on the bottom, only 2 on the top. How long can Carnation stay up there? Coming out of turn 4, finally, Pure is going to clear the 24, and here comes Savage Toy Show and Luke Rainey. But Carnation's going to do the best he can to hold on to each and every one of these spots. Now alongside the 60. Coming out of turn 2, they're about equal. Carnation with a nose ahead going into turn 3. Yeah, but in turn 4, he just can't hold it on the outside. The 60 is going to clear him, and here comes Luke Rainey as well. And Anthony Plays is going to go way down to the bottom. Looking to go 3 wide here for 3rd place. Anthony's turned up the aggression, and Carnation's going to be stuck way up top, 3 wide here. He's going to drop in behind Luke Rainey, and Carnation goes from 1st in the championship down to 4th. And here comes the big one. He's been decently quick all day, but he's got this car hooked up. He's going to get past Carnation, and now he's going to get past Luke Rainey as well. But Carnation's going to go to the bottom 3 wide with the 53 in the middle and Luke Rainey up top. Really drove it in deep. I don't know if he can hold it down there. Maybe. He's going to get past Luke Rainey and up into 3rd in the championship. Now look at the bottom of the big one as Anthony has passed the 60 of Savage Toy Show for 2nd, and he's got a big run coming out of turn 4. Hello MU is also caught back up to the leaders, despite being on the same tire strategy as One Carnation and really dropping back in the last stint. Only about a car length behind Luke Rainey, who's still battling with the 53 now. Anthony Plays is caught up to Pure. And I think it'll only be a couple of laps till this 32 is making a move for the lead. But Savage Toy Show still close behind. Will the 60 be able to follow the 32 and get past the 61? There's a great battle at the front here. Still single file. I think the top 12 or 13 are all single file now, trying to take advantage of whatever draft they can find here at Homestead. So after all this moving around, Luke Rainey is down into 6th, and here comes Anthony looking for the lead into turn 1. Anthony Plays 32 has so much grip on the bottom. They're going to be side by side down the back straightaway. And can Savage Toy Show and maybe even What Incarnation take advantage here? Because Pure's going to be on the top side and vulnerable. Anthony's going to clear him, and it looks like Pure has a spot to slot back down into 2nd place. Still sitting in 1st in the championship. But he's entering a little bit high. I think he's trying to stay off of the 32. See if Savage can get a good run out of the corner here. Not quite close enough. So the championship 4, all within the top 6 still. And behind them, it's the 85 of Hello MU, and then VGO3 and the 82. DS Gaming up there as well, and the 23 of to AFK Master into the top 10. 3 of these part-time drivers now up into the top 10. It's a great run for these guys. See, Jans on the 47 is also up near the front, sitting in 14th right now, and he qualified dead last.
Sorry about that. Somebody hit my car in the parking lot, so I had to go deal with the insurance information and all that.
You
but I did get
missed-
to walk through.
You missed some great racing, I'll tell you that.
I did get to walk through the fan area. Met some tailgaters who are just here for the fun, here for the experience. Walked past Skull's obvious kegger that he throws every week.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's a blast.
A lot of people are excited. A lot of people really think Pure is going to win this title. A lot of people in the stands are really enjoying the racing as well.
What a great battle at the front this is. So Pure down into second, Savage Toy Show right behind him, and then it's What Incarnation. The big 153 sort of sitting in the middle of this fight. And then it's Luke Rainey, Hello I'm You, and then a pretty big battle just at the outside of the top 10. Benpai.
Ooh, DKFA Master gets loosened up to that third groove.
Benpai has passed like 3 cars in the last couple of laps. At the front, we're seeing a little bit of line diversity. You saw the 60 of Savage Toy Show enter pretty high, so he could exit low, and he's trying to get a run on Pure, but he's going to have to dive it into turn 1. I don't think he's close enough to make that move.
See, Anthony plays. Just enjoying that clean air right now. Actually, it looks like he's pulling a little bit away from Pure. And now we've got
Carnation drives it in deep on the 60 car, and they're getting really close. Pretty good couple of turns here for What Incarnation. Driving that number 24 car maybe for the last time.
And from the radio of the 60 here, that Savage is hanging back, trying to play it smart. Doesn't want to give up that spot, but certainly doesn't want to overdrive and burn up all his stuff chasing down Pure either. Yeah,
we're going to cross the line here. We still have 90 laps to go. And the sun is already pretty much set here at Homestead. So we can see it just going down behind the forest on the horizon.
So picturesque. The only thing it needs to be more Sim Series is lots of tire smoke and cars flying everywhere.
I mean, yeah, we still have no retirements. What kind of race is this? Benpai's got a lot of speed here. He's going to be challenging Hello I'm You for 7th place as he dives it in the inside for turn 3.
And Benpai working that inside line. Does he clear him out of 4? Not quite. Although, as we've seen, that high line does not last long. Try as you might, you're not going to be much of a defense from up there.
Still a pretty big pack of cars here. I mean, we saw DS Gaming was in the top 10 not too many laps ago, and now he's down at 20.
Throws it in there. They're 3 wide.
We've got Weak Boy in the middle and Midlife on the top.
Forces that 3 wide. I bet Weak Boy.
Oh, contact!
Contact!
Oh, and Weak Boy goes around. Kumon Cup Series collected. That's going to be another caution. So 29 keeps it rolling. Be careful, everybody else. Oh, Kumon Cup Series destroyed. Just collected in that incident.
And you saw it early. Take him after, threw it in there hard and forced Weak Boy up the track. Weak Boy probably not happy about it.
I mean, they were
stuck in the middle of that,
bouncing off each other all the way down the front straightaway.
Repeat of an earlier caution. Ping pongs off the cars and around they go. Lots of smoke on the front stretch.
Did Carnation get past Savage Toy Show before they crossed the line?
Looks like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
He had a huge run, went all the way down the track to 3 and 4.
Savage went to the Larson line at that top side.
What a move. I'm amazed that stuck. So Carnation's going to move himself into 3rd place, 2nd in the championship, right before the caution flag. And I think now we're going to see 4 tires from everybody.
Oh, yeah. They got to go with 4 tires. It's definitely Carnation, at least.
Well, we saw it to AFK Master with the dive to the bottom.
Back it up to, yeah, right here.
Weak Boy's looking on midlife. Wow.
Throws it in there.
And then Weak Boy has to move up. He's not running the line he wants to. And then
Loose.
ping pongs again. Wow. But this time he goes off the wall into Priya McShane, and the 42 has nowhere to go.
That 42 has had terrible luck all season.
Let's go on board with the NASCAR Kumon Cup Series. I don't think there's anything he could have done here.
I think AK Master closed the door. Oh. Weak Boy tried to squeeze him out of that. Nowhere for Kumon Cup Series to go. Timmy Hortons 44.
You know, TFK Master has already been criticized for his driving at Talladega. This is another incident that is pretty much caused by him.
He's an aggressive guy looking for lots of lanes looking for anywhere he can get on the track, much to the chagrin of everybody around him.
So now everybody is going to pit. And hey, you know what? A 2-tire stop for Carnation didn't fare too bad, did he? Same thing for Hello MU, although he lost a little bit here. He's an 8th. And now if everyone takes 4, he'll be sort of... Oh! Some damage here between the 77 and the 3.
Oh.
Oh, no. They did the thing.
Ooh.
Just those 2 cars and nobody else.
That's
some miscommunication
there by that 3 car.
Yeah. It's a lot of damage to both of those cars. And this is DriveThrough's last time racing in the Sim Series as a full-time driver.
And it looks like Xander M on the radio talking to his crew chief, not happy with the 42. Criticizing her for not having a top 5 and still causing him to be dumped. Very. Temper started to flare the last race of the season. Interestingly enough.
That was 4 tires, right? Yeah, okay. 4 tires. Yeah. From all of the leaders. Carnation's going to retake the lead. Hello MU, with a great stop, is going to come out in 2nd place.
You know, I think Hello MU might be the sleeper for this race.
Didn't he take all 4 tires and still come out 2nd? Yeah.
Yep.
No. He
Did
took
he just take
left
left
sides only.
What?
What a weird strategy call. He took only right sides in the first stop. Now he's taking only left sides. Carnation only took left sides.
Oh, my lord. What are they? This is an interesting pit strategy.
Wow. So Luke Rainey, the first to take... No, Luke Rainey took only lefts.
Everybody going left side tires. Interesting call.
So who took 4? Hunter took 4. The 7 took 4.
I didn't see if Savage took 4.
Wow. So yeah, let's importantly, what are we doing? Let's find our chase-off drivers and see what their pit strategies were. So we know Carnation took 2 tires.
2 insides.
Yeah, Carnation took left sides, weirdly enough. Savage Toy Show took all 4.
Probably a good call, honestly.
Pure took all 4. And Luke Rainey took lefts only.
Huh.
Well, I guess he's...
Split decision on the chase-off drivers.
Oops. They're already going. Maybe they think they don't expect this run to go very long. It's interesting. Xander M is in the lead.
Wow.
Because he pitted in the last caution to repair that damage. They also put new tires on it. So they're just going to stay out.
Huh.
So Xander M in the lead. And for lap 51 of 134, green flag waves.
2-time winner Xander M up there in the front. Knows how to get it done. Let's see what he does here.
But does he know how to get it done with at least 20 lap older tires?
I don't know. You never know. He's done it at a road course, done it at an oval. He might be able to just do it here with an insane strategy.
Hello, MU and what in Carnation going to go side by side. Carnation's moved up top. Here comes Luke Rainey. So we reached the end of our... There we go. And Hello, MU going for the lead. Coming out of turn 4 there. Side by side. Xander M still with just a nose in front of the 85. As Carnation holds off Luke Rainey's big charge for 2nd place.
And Hello, I'm on the inside of Xander M coming out of turn 2 and down the back. Xander M has no draft help. Looks like everybody's going to leave him out to dry on those older tires up on that top side.
So he's on the older tires. Here come the 3 cars on left side tires.
From 1st to 4th in one straightaway.
And here comes Carnation to the bottom for the lead.
Great drive by that 24 car. Left sides might have been the way to go this time, right?
I think the 20 of Benpai also took only left side, so the first car with 4 fresh tires will be the 60 of Savage Toy Show. He's working alongside Xander M right now. Carnation into the lead. Luke Rainey into 2nd place, maybe.
2 chase-off drivers working together here trying to get past all this traffic. probably so they can duke it out on their own. Luke Rady with a great run. Luke takes a peek to the inside of Carnation, heading down the front here.
He's looking half a car under him, but not close enough to make a move. Definitely still too early to just throw it in there. And here comes Savage Toy Show into 5th place. 4 fresh tires. But our 2 leaders have a couple of non-chase-off drivers between them and the next threat. Single file most of the way down the field. This driver's trying to find the one groove around Homestead here. Although it's still getting pretty dicey back in the pack. Oh, the 85, hello, you got a bad turn and he moves half a lane up, but it's actually not too bad. The big one is going to end up looking to the bottom of Savage Toy Show. That 53's got some speed.
Savage going to shut the door. Oh, no, it gives him a little bit of room. Lets the 53 in there. Interesting choice by that 60 driver.
Savage Toy Show's not being too risky, and I think that's some smart driving there.
And Pure is now right behind the 60. As he is running side by, they're running side by side. Both chase top drivers on the outside.
Yeah, Anthony's trying to get past Pure right now, and that's going to take away Pure's chance to get past Savage Toy Show.
Oh, aggressive move by Pure.
Yep, now he makes it to the bottom. He knows he needed to react there, yeah, because he has this opportunity to get past the 60, and he's going to take it. That's some good driving there by Pure. As the 85 of Hello Hemu putting some pressure on Luke Rainey in 2nd place. He's closed back up to that too.
85 has been up front a lot in this race. I wonder if they're just trying to get the car dialed in. Hopefully get a win for that car. Another one.
And the 60 and 61 are still side by side.
Savage saw who was on the inside and decided to throw the pedal down.
This is a real battle here. Lap after lap, these guys have been side by side.
Might come down to who Anthony plays goes with, gives him a little extra push. Pure gets a great run on the bottom side, but not enough to get by him. Pretty
even coming down the front stretch. Oh, we got Mitchell Collins on the wall behind him. Coming out of turn 4 again, someone getting turned around. This time it's the 10 of Mitchell Collins, and we got another caution.
Hard hit for that 10 car.
Looks like he's rolling okay, so no damage done to Mitchell himself. Let's see what the leaders do coming around back to the line.
Before we even see the wreck, I'm going to say it was another ping pong incident.
Might not be, though, because we saw the 01 get turned just off of the 42's bumper. So the leaders will take the caution flag, and we'll go look and see what caused this yellow. This is interesting. So Priya McShane gets put up way up top.
Way up there.
The 7 of Chase the Coyote to the bottom of the 10. Oh, and he tried to keep it off the 42, and the 7 was there hard into the inside wall.
Nosed in there.
I think Mitchell was just trying to keep it off of Priya McShane, who was going pretty slow up top. 7 was trying to make the move, and not enough space for all of them.
I don't think you can really... Yeah, you just ran out of racetrack coming out of that turn. And Mitchell Collins just got stuck in the middle. Chase the Coyote was a little bit aggressive on that, but, I mean, positions are positions.
So all this strategy, what comes next? Xander M's going to pit. I mean, he was already at the back. He was sort of off strategy with everyone else. And interestingly enough, RacerFan99 is going to come in as well. So he's going to go for an early pit stop, as will some of these guys at the back. So the 10 obviously to repair damage, the 98 and the 55. While they're at the back, they might as well take what's pretty much a free pit stop. And then, of course, if we
can't lose much by being back there.
If we manage to get an actual long green flag run, then they'll be off cycle with the leaders. Mitchell Collins very, very unhappy with the wreck there. They've pulled the front end off that car. That's how much damage he had.
His night is pretty much over at this point.
Well, he's got a lot of friends without front ends. The 12, the 44, and the 3. All
At 3, just an unfortunate lack of focus there on pit road, costing the front end of his car.
So let's skip on forward a little bit. Now the lights are out, which means we'll be going green next time by for lap 63 of 134 here at Homestead. Still no retirements.
That's going to be a first, right? We
not-
usually
it's
have
not.
like at least one.
There have
the-
been Sim Series races with no retirements.
What?
Let me find them. There was, I think, one race with absolutely no retirements. Watkins Glen. 2 races. 2 races in a row. Watkins Glen and Michigan saw no retirements from anybody. Every other race had a whole bunch. There's your Sim Series fun fact.
Nobody pitted except for the guys in the back. Chase offs drivers 1, 2, 6, and 7.
Green
7.
flag flies. How aggressive
That was
is
a
Luke Rainey going to
great
be?
run.
Luke Rainey's looking up top. I think he got too good of a restart. And, well, never mind. Here comes Hello I'm You to the bottom.
He might have got pushed up that top.
Pure's looking.
Pure.
Oh,
Ooh.
there's no place to put that car. Now he's going to the bottom of the 60 car.
It's a great run down the backstretch. Is the 60 even give him any room? No, there's no.
No, Anthony's
Oh,
going to go to the
Anthony.
bottom.
Whoa, throws it in there.
He got a
You're probably
huge
not happy
draft
about
down the
that one.
back straightaway. He's going to look for the 60 here as well. Look at Anthony move.
He's wow. Somebody fired him out of a cannon on that restart.
I guess these non-chase-off drivers can be a little bit more aggressive than the guys worried about a championship here. As we see Hello I'm You and the big one have both gotten past Luke Rainey now.
Yeah, Luke Rainey stuck on that top side. Cost him those 2 spots. Carnation still dominating the front of this race.
And here comes the 53, looking at the bottom for second place. The big one is on the move. He's going to be side by side with Hello I'm You coming down the backstretch. Luke Rainey's going to go up top, though. Actually, sort of sitting in the middle.
He's got a push from Ben Pye.
And the 53 will clear him into second place. Luke Rainey's also going to have a look at the 85 coming close to his bumper, coming out of turn 4. And he's going to slot in line behind Hello I'm You. As his front group of 8 cars now entirely single file. Still not even halfway through this race.
Big one is reeling in Carnation.
He is
Carnation
right
is
behind
about
him.
to-
Now having a
and
look
he's
to the
gonna-
inside.
He's going to go make a move.
Carnation's going to give him the bottom here. I'm not worried too much about the lead of the race at this point. But they're going to be side by side down the backstretch. He's still fighting on the top side.
That might be bad for Carnation because if the rest of that pack catches up, he's going to get freight trained here.
Yeah, he's going to have to get down in front of Hello I'm You. And yeah, he's going to back off mid-corner and
Yeah.
lets the 53 clear him. Gets back in line. Some smart driving from one Carnation.
And the big one also had a lot of bad luck this season so far as well.
And the 2 looking inside for third place. Thanks for subscribing, Moto Rider. I'm assuming brother of Trace. And the 61's looking to get back past the 32, who got that position off of a very aggressive restart. So Luke
Yeah, it might
Rainey
have been a
into
little
third,
Too aggressive.
and then Pure into 7th. Not quite. Almost. I think he'll get him this time around. And how long are you getting stuck on the top side?
Yeah. Ben Pye goes with Luke Rainey. Yeah, Ben probably looks like he might have a look down at the bottom of that 2 car. Savage Toy Show also going to look to get by.
Big one's into the lead. Oh, wait. He was before.
Yeah, he was.
Got 2 red cars up front. I'm getting confused. The big one is...
It looks like Big One and Carnation pulling away.
Yeah. Well, with all this battling behind them, now that they're straightened out, they'll be able to stay in front. You can see Anthony now getting past the 85, and Pure's going to take that as well. Hello IMU is going backwards.
We were worried this would happen to Carnation if Luke Rennie caught them, but looks like Hello IMU going to be the unfortunate victim of the freight train line.
And behind them, Adria Fitzy into the top 10, now in 9th place.
They're a terrible qualifying run. Great drive so far for that 04. All the body panels still on it.
It's a rare sight. Well, now that they've gotten past the 85, you can see the gap between Luke Rainey and Carnation is already closed quite a bit here. I mean, when these guys go single file, they can pull up to about a car length behind the driver in front.
And it's a numbers game at this point when they're running single file.
So lap 72 of 134. The championship 4 currently sitting 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 7th. Most of the field now single file. We got some stragglers at the back with their damage.
Still no lap cars, though.
Well, these cautions have been coming at pretty similar intervals. Or we haven't had the lap cars get caught by the leaders yet. So it looks like all these drivers just taking it easy a little bit. Finding their groove.
They're rolling into a groove here. I think they all expected a shorter run.
Maybe.
We're hoping for a shorter run.
Maybe we'll get a longer run here and could even see some green flag pit stops. And it looks like
this
the
front
whole
stretch has been a beacon of activity so far.
yeah,
as far
coming
as
out of
goes,
turn 4 seems to be a very tough spot on the track. So we've now rolled into nighttime here at Homestead, Miami. The sun is set. The stars are coming out.
And another car to the bottom of LOMU as he continues to fall backwards.
This time it's Adria Fitzy in the 04. Made a good number of passes the last few laps. That 04 is making her way to the front. Oh, thank you, Drayden, for the host.
You know, I could really go for a chili dog right about now. Like an actual chili dog. We were talking about them earlier. Like them with cheese and a little bit of onions on top. You know what I'm talking about?
Make me hungry. You really are.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
You know, I'm jealous of the viewers who can eat while watching this.
I agree.
I mean,
I could eat too, but it would sound a lot like...
we could. It wouldn't be very pleasant.
Yeah, I don't think that would be
Move
very
for the
enjoyable.
lead. Another host. Man, I gotta change that icon. That friggin' zombie thing. Thanks. Alderaan was an inside job for the host. And I think stream is doing the thing where it does the thing.
It's doing the thing with the thing and the other thing.
Yeah. It's okay though. They're not
It's
missing much. Oh, it's back now.
No. Single file action right now. Ben Pye has been peeking to the bottom of Luke Rainey through these turns, however, not doing much for him. Savage Toy Show just in line behind him. And 2 cars back to Pure.
Let's go on board with Ben Pye now, looking back to Savage Toy Show. Ooh, 60 getting really close, and he had to back off. And that's actually going to open the door to Anthony.
Anthony plays looking to the bottom, trying to get that spot back.
60 gets a good run out of the corner, though. Awesome guy subscribed. Hey, you're an awesome guy. Yeah, the 60 got a good run out of the corner. He's going to stay in front. And you can see...
Pure looking to make a move as well.
Yep, Pure looking to the inside of the 32, but I think he's just having a peek. It's not really a move yet. As most of this lead group
the top three are now pulling away.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you can see how much the 60 wants to get by the 20. Now here comes a move coming to the inside of turn 1. And I'm sure he'll have support from Anthony and Pure behind him. And Major Fitzy now caught up to this lead group. More hosts. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Gatlin Downey. Thanks, friend. So the 32 ends up getting moved up. Pure's now on the bottom. This could be some spots here for the 61 if he can get a good run out of turn 4, but he can't.
Pure's speed is really falling off as the run goes on. He's maintaining his position very well, but just can't get any runs on these guys in front of him.
Maybe not for long, because here comes Adrian Fitzy in the 04 with a big run coming out of turn 2. And now Pure's going to be on the top side. This could be another position lost here as Anthony's trying to get past Benpai as well. Benpai and Pure are both moving backwards.
Looks like the long run speed is starting to become a factor here. Some of these guys not able to maintain the same pace.
But hey, we still got a long way to go, and as long as they're in the same group as the leaders, I think they'll be within championship fighting range. Pure and Adria have been side by side for a little while now. 61 is pulling away on the straights, but Adria's throwing it down the bottom in the turns.
And refusing to relent as they head into turn 1. Just didn't quite get the spot from him. Has to fall back in line here. Don't want to let those guys get too far out in front.
We got some dust on track.
Still hanging out.
48 of Spitfire is going to come in. Now this is early for... I don't think that's a scheduled pit stop. He's taking left side tires.
Nah.
And only left sides. And he's sticking... They're fixing something on the car.
Yeah, he's going to be our first lap car.
Something is not right under the 48 car. Because, yeah, we're not in the pit window yet. That is an unscheduled pit stop, and they're
still there.
Yeah, they're looking on something on the left side of the car.
Could be a wheel come loose, tire going down, break a shock even.
Yeah, he's still sitting in the pits. He's going to lose a couple of laps here. It's unfortunate, really, in the last race of the season to be taken out with a mechanical issue like that.
At least he's here, and in the big show, got to count for something.
This lead pack is splitting up a little bit more. 53 is pulling away from the 24. He's pulling away from the 2.
And Savage Toy Show is reeling in Luke Rainey a little bit. He's only 2 spots from the championship right now.
Where's the 48? Oh, he's back out on track.
Speculating that Spitfire might have spilled a chili dog in his car.
Spitfire's back on track. See how long he'll stay there. He's got to speed up here. This guy's getting real close. He's washing this pack up the turn. Yeah, Yeet has subscribed. Thanks, friend.
Pretty much what he did going into turn 3 there.
He's off the pace here.
He's very off pace now.
He should be up to speed by now. So, it could be an engine issue. Like, they might have lost a cylinder or something.
It could be. Might have lost a gear, too. Not that would affect his top speed, but you never know.
Anthony plays now looking to the bottom of Benpai. Benpai's been slower than the leaders here, and he's sort of pushed back the 32 and the 61. There's a big gap between him and the 60.
Ruining the 61's... The longer he stays out in front of these two, the more Pierre's chances start to kind of slip away from him here. It's been a long run, and we could see some green flag stops here soon.
Well, the longer we get into these runs, the harder it is to make
right on the bumper.
The harder it is to make a move on the bottom. I think Pierre's getting a little bit impatient with Anthony now. Let's find where the 48 is on track now. He's still not up to speed.
Continues to drop back. He's way off pace.
Yeah, he's running about a second and a half slower than everyone else each lap. So I think that's a sure sign of engine problems for the 48 team.
Pretty McShane on the radio saying the status of the car isn't as where she'd like it to be. But, could be worse.
Yeah, I've seen the
Could be
42
much worse.
get washed up the track quite a bit. It doesn't look like it's handling the way she would like. Drive-through without the rear panel. Still going strong here in 24th position.
Oh, but the rear panel was the best part of this base game.
It honestly was, but we still have the hood.
He probably tore it off and he gave it to somebody. He started selling parts because he's demonetized.
Yeah, sell it on eBay. You'll get a pretty good price for it.
Selling parts mid race.
Anthony working the
Times are tough
bottom
these
of
days.
working the bottom of Benpai yet again for 5th place. But as you get longer in these runs, you just don't have the grip to get a good run through the bottom. Although
Sylvie getting asked where Carnation is. He is currently in 2nd place and has been in 2nd place for quite a few laps now.
now the 32 gets past the 20. Pure's going to try and take this opportunity to get past Benpai. But he's got to get a good run out of the corner, and it's hard on the bottom with these worn tires.
And look at Savage Toy Show pulling up to the back of Luke Rainey here, as well as this goes on right behind them. If Luke makes a mistake, Savage is going to be right there and take that 2nd spot away. Or be in a better position to take the championship if the opportunity arises.
So now the championship 4, all within the top 6. In fact, the only car between them is the 32.
And here's our first taste of lap traffic. Henderson Reed in the DriveThrough Sim Series Wheel-In Modified.
Yeah, he had a hard wreck early on, and he's been off the pace, but not actually that slow. In fact, he's running faster than Spitfire is right now. That 48 is still running 32-second lap times. And his 32 seconds compared to the big one's 30-second laps.
Full 2 seconds plus off the pace. Looks like most of the spec, but it looks like Savage might have a look to the bottom of Rainey, but there's not really much there.
He's driving it in deep.
The door on him. He looked for an opening, and he kept the door closed.
But the 60's still close.
And it's going to let Pure and Andrew Plays catch up as well.
Anthony.
Sorry, Anthony Plays.
Adrian Fitzy's also gotten past the 20.
It's the second time I've gotten his name wrong.
Adrian's in his 7th now. You know, the 53's been leading. Carnation's sort of been holding about 2 car lengths behind him. He hasn't been dropping back. He hasn't been moving forward. Just playing it easy right now.
Just being a good old nice guy. Just letting him feel good. Lead a bunch of laps. He's leading the championship, and that's what matters.
Well, he's going to have to get a move on here because he's got 2 hungry championship contenders behind him. Oh, God. 5 Drews in the chat. And here comes Pure. Now looking at the bottom of Anthony Plays. And he's got a good run coming out of turn 4.
Great run on the bottom there.
Very impressed.
Side by side.
61 found a whole bunch of grip on the bottom.
Although Anthony Plays not going to give up that spot too easily. Gets a good advantage on that top side as we see in these later runs. Can't quite get the draft pull from Savage Toy Show to pull him past, though. They're going to go side by side. Looks like Anthony Plays actually going to nose out ahead of him into turn 3.
But Pure's got the grip through 3 and 4. So it looks like right now the bottom side has the advantage in 3 or 4. The top side has the advantage in 1 and 2. It's creating some pretty great battles here. So Pure's going to move up into 5th. And now the championship 4, all line astern, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And Pure's been fast. In the long run, he's gotten past a number of cars here.
I think getting past Benpai really helped that group out. Really let keep himself in that fight. You don't want to get too far back off of the other drivers, because if you go to green flag stops, there's more chance that you could fall back if something goes wrong. You miss a lug nut, jack drops, anything like that, you're going to fall back even farther. You don't want to let them get too far ahead.
I think this is the closest they've been in quite a while now, this Championship 4.
Savage still all over Luke Rainey.
They're closing in on Spitfire, who's now under 32 seconds, a 31.9. Still incredibly slow. So now how many more laps until we're looking at the pit window?
Ooh, Savage gets right on the bumper. Luke Rainey coming out of 2. Doesn't have a look. Nothing there for him. Again,
53 trying to get some draft from the 48.
Wow, he caught the 48 from like halfway down the backstretch.
Yeah, I mean,
it really shows you how off the pace the 48 is.
He's slow in the turns, but on the straightaways, it's a moving chicane. He's
Hey, everybody,
wisely going to stay on the top side. Let these cars past. Yeah, that 48 is really, really, really slow.
And it looks like the big one is pulling away on a light run speed here. Savage takes, still looking to the bottom of Luke Rainey. Can't quite get him loose enough. Can't make a move.
He had to really get out of it. He was going to run over the 2 car, and that's going to cost him. He had to slow mid-corner, and here comes Pure.
You're going to tuck back in the line.
So we've been
a lot
going
of respect here. I've noticed as well.
We've been going about 50 laps. 50 laps on these tires, which means we're only about 15 more laps away from some green flag pit stops. And that might really mix things up, especially among these top 4. And once these guys have fresh tires again, I'm sure we'll see more and more battles and dives to the bottom.
You know, I've noticed a lot of respect between these chase-off drivers. Like, they're racing each other hard, but nobody's making any bonehead moves. Nobody's overdriving the cars. Nobody's roughing each other up. They're just good, hard, clean racing.
Yeah, it's a fantastic battle, and it's kind of sad that we've only got just over 30 laps left in the season. So if they pit now, they will be able to make it to the end.
Now, here, do you risk making the pit at this time? Because a yellow could come out literally any moment now.
And we've seen it happen before. You're trapped on pit road. We saw it at Pocono. It will ruin races. And in this case, it could ruin championships. So do you want to undercut and get those fast lap times in with the risk of being a lap down, or do you want to wait and respond to what everyone else in the chase-offs does?
Coming up on more DriveThrough Sim Series wheel and modified cars up here. The big one works his way through.
The 3, the 10, the 44, all of them running pretty similar pace, actually.
Lots of variety here in the DriveThrough Sim Series. You got stock cars and modifieds on the track at the same time.
Multi-class racing, who would have thought?
Like endurance racing, but on an oval.
You know, some of these races really are endurance events. The amount of wrecks that we've seen. Luckily, this one has been mostly clean.
That Charlotte race is one of that comes to mind. That was a long haul.
Bristol or Richmond, oh baby.
Richmond, that inside wall, man, kept jumping out of people.
Yahit asks, who in the Final 4? Well, all of the cars with the blue banners and splitters and numbers and rear wings, those are your 4 chase-off drivers, currently sitting 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
The 24, the 2, the 60, and the 61.
And the 60 is really close behind Luke Rainey, now having a look to the bottom, getting almost touching his bumper. He's going to use the 3 as a pick.
Wide.
Luke Rainey is not going to put up with that, is he? He's going to go for the middle.
Oh, he's going to squeeze him. Savage getting little savage with that drive move, if we're going to be honest. And to work his way around Luke Rainey.
You were talking about respect, and I think you were speaking maybe a little bit too early. Because Savage Toy Show was really running the 2 up.
But I didn't say they weren't opportunists.
He's really running the 2 up into that lap car. And Savage Toy Show is going to move himself into 2nd in the championship.
Out of these top 4, I'm not sure who's going to go first. I'm not sure if they're going to all pit together.
Well, remember the 24 and the 2 have older right side tires than the 60 and the 61.
So I wonder who. I wonder who of the 4 is going to go. If they're going to wait for everybody else to go, because it looks like even though they have the older right side tires, they are maintaining speed.
It's true, and I think this long in the run, the laps don't make as much of a difference as they did early on. We're seeing some of the damaged cars coming into pit, so I think some of the guys at the back are going to start putting tires on. They might as well get some good laps in with the fresh rubber. But you're right, it's really going to be interesting to see who of the leaders is going to come in first.
Getting word that Pri McShane is radioing to the commentators from her car, so I guess she has the feed running through her headset, which is
interesting.
Probably not the greatest thing you could do. Very distracting. But telling us that the respect is gone with 30 laps left to go.
Andrea Fitzy
is true.
Is in 6th place.
With all the body panels still on the car. Have to add that part.
And she has been catching these chase-off drivers. So they might have a little bit of pressure. They might have some pressure from behind here.
I'd keep an eye on that 04 car, especially coming out of these last pit stops. Looks like that 4 car is dialed in. And if they can just get that final tweak and them fresh tires, I think she's
Caution.
Gonna be,
Caution flag is out. Oh.
Oh.
The 44 of Kumon Cup Series spins, and this is going to bring everyone into the pits.
Oh, man.
Let's see what happened here. This is... Oh, coming out of the pits. 44 is coming out. The 16's coming in.
Ooh.
And they meet in the middle down the back straightaway. Whoa, asteroid strike gets through.
Miscommunication with the spotters there.
I mean, that's hard to judge, isn't it? But I guess it would be on the 16 because, well, they both turned at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think they saw each other.
They really just met in the middle.
Communicate that very well. It's like asteroid strike and Pri McShane dive into the pits to kind of avoid that one.
But I think the pits are going to close before they can get there. So that might cost them. What a weird incident.
So sure. Here come the leaders.
Oh boy, and this is the most important pit stop of the season for these 4 teams. So Carnation, Savage Toy Show, Luke Rainey, and Pure are going to enter all in a line here. The 53 is somehow further ahead.
I mean, there really isn't a pit speed on the service road now, is there?
Yeah, he's going to slow down and let them catch up. There. Mitchell Collins is spun out.
Yeah, I'm just doing some pre-end of race burnouts, I guess.
Okay. So this is the money stop for all of these crews. It's now or never, really. It really is. I mean, I can't stress how important this pit stop is.
No mistakes. Hopefully none of them hired Harvick's pit crew.
So here they come into their boxes. We've got eyes on
Luke
all
Rainey
4 championship cars, and it's got to be 4 tires, right?
Luke Rainey's hung up on the right sides a little bit.
I think 53 took rights only. Did they all take rights only?
What is happening?
Rainey had a bad pit stop. Oh, no.
He had a very bad pit stop. He was hung up on the right side of that car.
And that's...
a little bit too long.
Oh, boy.
Didn't want to miss that lug nut, for sure.
Go back and unpack this, because that's an expensive stop for the 2 team. It really, really is. So I think they all went... they went only right sides. Oh.
Gets a push from Pure.
He's pulling into his box. Pure's trying to get into his box, and maybe that's what hung him up on the right sides.
Yeah,
I think he had some damage in the rear corner. And they're all only taking right sides, which is really interesting. He also got slowed down coming out of his box by the 32 and just noses out Hello I Mute.
Wow. Wow. So who is our championship leader right now? Oh, Jesus.
You guys are all lapped down. So Carnation comes out in front of the big one.
Oh, that's going to be...
Let's go back again.
Yeah, this might be the restart of Carnation's career right here.
The 24.
With rights only as well.
Yeah, because he has the last pit box. He got a great exit. Wait.
What?
53's in front.
Maybe they just haven't sorted themselves out yet.
It's interesting. Maybe the timing line's at the end of his box.
Maybe it is.
Honestly, because that's what it seems like, right?
That would be my only guess.
Because I think the timing line is right there. And that's why the 24 is out front.
Huh. Interesting that they have a second timing line that's useless. All right.
So Carnation's going to be in the lead of this race. He's got some lap cars in front of him, but...
Yeah, keep an eye on this, because right behind him is the big one in the 53. But Savage Toy Show and Pure are right there. There are 3 lap cars that they have to all get around before they have a shot. And Luke Rainey is unfortunately way in the back of this.
I don't think the 51 took tires.
Really?
Trooper 501, I'm going to go back and be sure here because there's no way he would jump past all of these cars without an aggressive pit stop. Oh, he stayed out.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh, he was pitting as the caution came out. Got lucky. Did he?
Got a free stop.
Yeah. He got a free pit stop and a whole bunch of spots. Because he was in pit road as the caution came out, and he stays on the lead lap. So he's going to be just another obstacle in the way of Luke Rainey, who is now in 9th place. And we're going to restart with 20 laps left in the season.
Now, we saw Luke Rainey make some aggressive moves at the start of this race to get himself into the top 4. But I don't know. I don't know if he's got it. I don't know if he's going to be able to drive that car as hard as he did at the beginning of the... But stranger things have happened in the DriveThrough Sim Series, so we're going to see what happens now.
Wow. Well, I think Luke Rainey's got to be aggressive. He has to. He's got only 20 laps. He's in 9th place. But the 60 and the 61, they've got the 53 in the way.
And he's not been giving up spots very easily.
And if Carnation can clear the 48, which he probably will because the 48 is so crazily slow.
Now, best case scenario for the 60 and the 61 is the 48 holds up those lap cars so much that all 4 of them are able to clear and then run for the championship.
They might. And then they also have 20 laps, so there will be enough time, even if they do get held up a little bit, if they have the faster car to catch up and get past one Carnation. But, I mean, anybody can win this.
It is anybody's race, and it is anybody's title. And here we go.
20 laps left. Green flag in the air. Mitchell Collins cheesed the start.
What is
Here
he
comes
doing?
the 10 car on the bottom.
Oh my god!
The 48 has held up all of the lap cars, but Mitchell Collins out of nowhere. The 61 of Pure is going to go to the inside of the 60. They're going to go 3 wide.
Hold up Savage.
But Mitchell Collins is going to be in the way. Luke Rainey's got trouble. The 20's looking to the bottom of him. Rainey's not being aggressive enough. Here comes Pure. He's 2nd place in the championship. Mitchell Collins goes way up top. Where he...
Pure gets around Savage Toy Show now. He's only got 1 more car between him and the championship.
But Trooper 501 now on the bottom of Savage Toy Show, and he's got the 32 of Anthony behind him. And these guys better hope that the pack doesn't wreck.
Mitchell Collins made no friends on that restart.
Absolutely not. And that was sketchy at best in the rule book.
That was some Gouda. That was some Gouda cheesing right there.
So Savage Toy Show and Pure right now sitting 3rd and 4th. Luke Rainey has made up some positions. No, he hasn't. He did. Now he's got 1 spot. He's up into 8th. Carnation leads. He's got that buffer. The 53 is sitting pretty strong in 2nd place here.
But now look, you got Savage Toy Show and Pure if they can set aside their differences and race each other towards the end of the race, but they got to work their way around the big one first.
20 laps to go in the championship. 20 laps to go and they'll be setting aside differences? I don't think so.
I mean, just to get by the 53, and then I think all bets are off. Because
Luke Rainey.
they need each other. They're going to need each other to catch the front of this field.
Rainey's making moves. He's got past the 32. He's got a run on the 51. Luke Rainey's going to be in 5th place at the end of this lap.
I think Luke Rainey's got the strongest car out of the 2, but can he get back to the front?
He's not on the bottom of the 51, though. That's going to slow him down.
He's going to need them to get side by side with the 53 here.
The 53 is so fast, though. The 61 just can't keep up. And now he's got a rear mirror full of Savage Toy Show, who I don't think is interested in working with him.
Luke Rainey looks to the bottom. Luke Rainey's going to clear the 51. 51 on the older tires. He's going to have them side by side here down the front stretch, but there's no way that he's not going to be clearing through turn 1 and 2.
Luke Rainey, with the bad pit stop, has already found his way back up into 5th place, but
driving like a madman.
He's got 4 cars between himself and the first ever DriveThrough Sim Series championship.
And look at him. He's already closing in on the 60 and the 61. Luke Rainey is... he's unstoppable right now.
Oh, and what would this be if he didn't have that pit road issue?
He might be up there racing Carnation right now.
With how fast this 2 car is, hopefully it doesn't end up being a missed opportunity.
He's the man on the run. And everybody's talking about the man on the run.
The man on the run right now, getting away from everyone, is What Incarnation in the 24. He's led so many laps. He's done so much smart driving, race managing here today. And this could prove to be a championship winning drive. He's got 2 car lengths between him and the big one, who's got 2 car lengths between himself, and this battle that has raged on for the entire race between Pure and Savage Toy Show. Luke Rainey hasn't really been able to catch up to them.
No, he got past those cars, and now he's only getting in little by little. Although he gets a great run through 3 and 4 here. Look at that, it closes that gap up by another couple car lengths. And he is right. He's closing that gap.
Savage Toy Show having a peak to the bottom. Cool Man is subscribed. You're cool, man. Thanks, friend. But every time he looks down low, it's going to slow him down. Savage Toy Show's hungry, but yeah, he's not willing to work with the 61.
I wonder if he's trying to get Luke Rainey caught to his bumper so they can push past.
But now he's got a run, coming to the bottom, out of turn 4. But Pure just gets a better line down the straightaway.
Better run out of. I think the top side is the way to go out of 3 and 4.
But that little battle has allowed Luke Rainey to catch up, and here he is right behind Savage Toy Show.
And it looks like Carnation is driving away with the championship at this point.
Yeah, these boys got to push hard now. 61 moving high a little bit, get a better exit out of the corner, and he does. He's closing in on the 53 now. But will it be
1 and 2?
Will it be too little, too late?
It might be. I think they're going to run out of laps unless they can get around the big one here in the next 2 or 3. This Carnation is just driving away. And look, Savage Toy Show going to dive to the bottom of Pure. He's going to bring Luke Rainey with him.
Pure's going way up the track. That's not going to help his speed. Savage Toy Show with a huge move. And he's going to have the run out of the corner. And Luke Rainey's going to try and make the move as well. This could be Savage's break. 10 laps to go. Jamie McMurray's Sweaty Gym Socks has subscribed. I guess I'm supposed to thank you now. Savage Toy Show up in a third. Luke Rainey is peeking to the inside of Pure. Not close enough to make a move. Savage Toy Show's got to get past the 53 here. And he's got to do it soon. These guys are battling so much over second place in the championship. It's allowing What Incarnation to just stay comfortably in the lead of this race. And they might have to deal with the 48 here. With how slow he's going. He's running 32-second laps again. Could become a factor before the end of this race. Yeah, the 60. Can't catch.
I'm not sure.
53.
I'm not sure what's going to happen here. It looks like the 53 is kind of closing in on Carnation, but is he going to make a move?
And Luke Rainey's been all over the back of Pure. Now he's looking to the bottom, coming out of turn 2, down the backstretch. But Pure's had such a good run down the straightaway. Luke Rainey's going to have to dive it to the bottom, and he does.
He's going to force Pure to the top side.
If there's any time to be aggressive, it's certainly right now. Luke Rainey in the 4th place. That's 3rd in the championship.
Clears him through 1 and 2 here, but it looks like Savage got away a little bit. They're starting to close up here, the top 3. Luke Rainey is now pushing in.
Unfortunately for Pure, now he's down to 4th in the championship. This last run has not been good to him.
The fan picked to win the title is currently last of the 4.
These guys are running out of laps. Savage Toy Show's got to make his move soon. I just don't know if he's faster than the 53.
I don't think he is. I think his only chance now is the 53's got to catch Carnation and get him side by side, but that just doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Yeah, he's got a couple of car lengths between him and the 53. What Incarnation? Holding off everybody. 5 laps to go in the DriveThrough Sim Series.
5 laps left on the season. What a season it's been so far.
Luke Rainey wins the season opener in Daytona. Savage Toy Show wins a thriller survival race in pink at Richmond. Pure takes the points lead in the last race of the regular season. But what Incarnation, who finished second, I think, in 3 separate occasions, won in California, and he's been dominant here tonight.
You just got to keep the wheels on the car, keep it underneath you, kid. You only got a couple more to go.
3.5 times around Homestead Miami Speedway.
You got to be sweating in that seat right now. Yeah, and I don't think Savage and Rainey can work together enough to even get close at this point.
And Luke Rainey, did that pit stop mistake cost him? Is the
I
48
think it did.
going to become a factor? They've got less than 3 laps left now.
Will they catch the tail end? Why am I asking you all these questions?
They're going to cross the line here with 2 laps left. Carnation, he's done everything he needed to do. And so far it's been enough.
He's dominated the race. He's been in the right place at the right time.
But the 53 is close.
He's closing it in.
And if he makes a look to the inside, this could be championship implications.
Spitfire might be an implication here.
And the 3 as well.
Oh no. 53 gets a good run through that middle groove.
Carnation's just got to keep holding him off. White flag, 1 lap left in the DriveThrough Sim Series inaugural season. And they're catching the 48 here, and he's going to be on the bottom.
Oh, they push him to the top. But it's going to catch the big one up to the back of him.
He's staying just enough out of the way, and I think they're going to catch the 3 as well.
I think they're going to be fine. 3 stays high.
Respectable driving from the back markers.
The 24 of what Incarnation? A Cinderella story, if you could call it that, from second place's 1 win and to the DriveThrough Sim Series championship.
Your DriveThrough Sim Series Season 1 champion, What Incarnation, winning at Homestead, dominating tonight, and what a performance.
What a race. And can you really... There's so many what-ifs to ask.
What if the 2 didn't have that pit lane issue?
Yeah.
What if the 53 wasn't as good as he was tonight?
What happens if Mitchell Collins doesn't cheese that start?
That's true, because Mitchell Collins got right up to the back of What Incarnation and gave him that extra little lead that he needed. Congratulations, What Incarnation. What a fantastic season.
What an amazing drive that 24 team. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to all the chase-off drivers. And I look forward to Season 2 with all of you.
He didn't choke. That's the most impressive part. What a run. Wow. And he's definitely led the most laps here today. He's been in control of this race, start to finish.
He was running second for a while, but I guarantee that was the strategy call.
Yeah, no, he was taking it easy, and he's been nothing but smart driving all day long. It's fantastic. Wow. What a season. Thank you to all of you who have watched and enjoyed this fantastic action. Thanks to all the commentators. Of course, you as well, Skull and Bones. This has been a
happy to have
blast.
been here for the final race of the season, honestly.
You can't super chat, but you can donate through Streamlabs, which is in the description. Or you can also Patreon if you want to throw money at me, but that's up to you guys. Stick around because awards and stuff coming up soon. All that info will be on the Discord, and then after that, the off season begins. There's been so much hype.
Sign their drivers.
Contract signings, sponsors, number changes. Supposedly, Carnation's not going to be in the 24 next season. And maybe even another series.
Who knows for sure?
So keep an eye out.
Find out in the DriveThrough Discord.
Within the next couple of weeks, I'll make a video. I'll explain everything. And if you want a spot in the DriveThrough Sim Series, definitely join the Discord. Like, if you're not a part of it already, you're missing out.
And you have to join the Discord.
Seriously.
Like, it's the only way to join the league. So, join the Discord.
What a race. What a fantastic race.
What a season.
What
a great way to
incarnation.
end the season.
By 1.5 tenths over the big one. Savage Toy Show less than half a second behind. He's going to finish second in the championship. Luke Rainey third, and Pure will only manage fourth in the championship, but he was only 1.1 seconds away. Incredible. Wow. Jake 24
at the end.
somehow ended up in 6th place. I totally missed that. Janza got a top 10. What?
We missed everybody in the back of this field.
Ben Pye 7th, Janza 8th, Mike PMC 9th, JFK Master gets a top 10. Anthony Place falls down to 11th. Trooper 501 12th, Adria Fitzy with the usual choke at the end down to 13th. Priya McShane worked her way up to 14th ahead of McSpookboy and Midlife. Hello, I'm You 17th, and then it's VGO3, RacerFan 99, DNP 10, Thick Daddy, Fireball 398, Cody H Gaming in 23rd. Then it's Chase the Coyote, Xander M, KHPO1, DS Gaming, LaFlynn Zone finishes 28th, DriveThrough finishes 29th, ahead of Michael Deitch, Hunter B, Gatlin Downey, Rusty Fighter, Asteroid Strike 9, Emmett Lashbrook, F1 Fan 2751, Weak Boy in 37th, and then 2 laps down, the Hot Rods, the modified cars of NASCAR Lever 201, the Kumon Cup Series, and Mitchell Collins, Anderson Reed, Spitfire.
5 laps down.
I want to, before anything else, I want to see that cheese.
That was some cheesiest cheese I've seen.
Because that was
queso.
That was something. I mean,
that was some cheese with something else. That was definitely some queso.
So Mitchell Collins might be called to the Sim Series hauler after this event, because I have never seen anything like that in my life. I mean, are you serious right now? Comes out of the pits. The rest of the field is going to take the green. And Mitchell Collins just guns it. Like here, he's on the gas. He's already accelerating.
And he's on the apron.
And
the apron.
And they get the green flag, and he does not slow down.
No, he does not. And just zooms right past everybody.
And he holds up the big one here. Moves him to the top side. Can't find the next gear. He's holding up everyone except for Carnation at this point.
Which let the big one get away, which created that gap between these two right behind him. So Mitchell Collins playing a major factor at the end of this race and in the title.
In some of the weirdest events I've ever seen. And the other massive factor.
Cheesegate.
Cheesegate. The other huge factor in this championship battle, Luke Rainey's pit stop. I mean, he was so fast at the end. He ended up, what was it, 3rd in the championship.
Yep.
From 9th place, he finishes 4th in the race. And look at how slow this stop is. And remember,
I think they might have been able to get away with that rear panel, but it was pure tink just enough that they needed to pull that back out so the tire wouldn't rub.
And loses all these spots in the process. Wow. I mean, there's so many what ifs. No retirements for the 3rd ever Sim Series race, despite Spitfire losing that cylinder, whatever that issue was.
Yeah,
falling 5 laps off the pace. But what an incredible race!
Well, everybody, it's been a good time, but I got to go.
Absolutely.
So thank you, DriveThrough, for having me.
Oh, thank you for all the commentating.
Look forward to season 2.
And thank you, viewers. You guys have made the Sim Series like as awesome as it has been. So I'm gonna download some donuts, and then we'll see for the final time in the DriveThrough Sim Series some donuts at Homestead from your race winner. What incarnation? Stick him on the race-winning Dodge. Dodge has won a lot of races this season. I'm immensely impressed. And that number 24, Rusty's Dodge, going to victory lane, and your Sim Series champion. And I mean champion. the Miami baby. Donuts again presented to you by Adria Fitzy. And thanks for watching. Like the video if you like the Sim series. I mean, I like the Sim series. I would like this. I do like my own videos. You know what? Yeah. If you're not subscribed to DriveThrough, definitely subscribe, because you're going to see within a couple of weeks a Season 2 announcement video. You don't want to miss out on the signups. And it's going to be even better than Season 1. Smoke is turned on. Don't worry, fam. Thanks for watching, everybody.